has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So
He's going for it all. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown.
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now. Play one. Be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot. They get rewarded. One play, one touchdown. What a start.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Looking downfield, it's Randall. Here's a heat. Grab behind the line. It's Wallace. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful through the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And here comes the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Power football with the run. Quick spin on the run. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give to the tailback. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mills. He's got him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
All wideouts, no backs. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play. Brings up third down.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Randall. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
So now it's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Complete to the left. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He'll do it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal blocking offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 8th play of the drive coming up. Looking downfield, it's Mills. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Now the play fake. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wallace. And they get him down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, it's Randall. Got his man to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Pulls it and fires to the left. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Now on 2nd down. They go to the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Handoff to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Back to pass, it's Mills. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on! Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Brings up 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal offense.
They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, it's Patrick. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Mills. Got his man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Looking for the end zone. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. Picked up 6 on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Tries again to get it in. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. To the air. It's Randall. Fires to the tight end.
3rd down, money down. Go to the guy you know you can trust. It doesn't have to be a long gainer, but work those guys over the middle of the field. Nice job, nice chemistry between the tight end and the quarterback.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll close the gap to 14.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ready to fire from the pistol. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mills. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Benson.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly to run it back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Benson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
And I like having matchups outside like this. Guys that I know will win right away. 3rd down, find my guy, get him the rock, he gets the 1st down.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Randall. Grab near the marker, it's Benson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. On the ground. Bowls his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Fires to the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to pass, it's Mills. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Randall. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
It feels like every Everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Makes the grab. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's first down from the 11. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the score. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Benson. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw. It's Randall. Under fire. What a grab with one hand. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be knocked down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this secondary.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time he's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Here on third down for this offense. To the air, it's Mills. Quick strike complete. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It leads to second down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution.
Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. Dropping back, it's Randall. Quick completion on the out. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on 3rd down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing. Great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those 2.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Benson. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Finding an escape route. There he goes. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Trying play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's fourth down and they'll try the field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Off play action on first down. Finds a tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Offense working from the pistol. Give to the single back. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Dropping back, it's Mills. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Kick is in the air. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Freeman.
Well, this defense knows they're going to have to go sideline to sideline to stop this offense. Nice job there rallying to the back who caught the swing pass there on the right perimeter.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Randall. Looking to the big tight end. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're testing the right side here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Marshall. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Takes the handoff. It's Patrick. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Off the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And what a throw to get it in there. They've got it in business in the red zone at the 13.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
He'll pull it on the read. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback in the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rounding to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Wallace. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Quick release by the QB. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Offense gets set for second down. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. That's reeled in. It's Perry. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the air, it's Randall. Safe completion on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And on third down, you run a screen. I think you're hoping to try to get the defense in a blitz, flying up the field, throw the screen right behind them. It didn't happen. They guessed wrong. Defense did a great job playing discipline, playing sound, making the play.
I'm not sure what good that did. The completion's fine for the percentage and the stats, but the result's the same. Not enough for the first down. Punt team on the field. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Pocket breaking down. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been big.
And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, what a move to get room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Punts it out of the air. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Pulls it in. It's Harrison. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Gonna look downfield again, using the quick game. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, and an array of possibilities here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Randall. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Big kick here can crawl them ever so closer to that lead, and the crowd trying to rattle this guy. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So guys, we'll see this offense again. Quick handoff. Turning it on! That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. To the ground, he's got it again. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Everything went right on that play except the receiver going out of bounds. It's late in the fourth. You've got the lead. You're just trying to bleed the clock as much as possible. Just got to have better awareness on the field.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but, man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Here's the handoff. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Mills. Unleashes one deep. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab on the left side. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
Throws to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
He wants to throw it again. Lets it fly. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Back to pass, it's Randall. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the 2, and they will draw no closer here. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner is stopped. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the counter. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to get it through the air. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Looking to throw, it's Randall. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man in the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Gonna run it. It's Wallace. Gets it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
From the red zone, looking for a space. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. Looking for a man. It's Randall. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Complete to the left. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
team's trusting him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And that is a bad breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.